Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our mid-afternoon Bible class. We'll be running this Bible class this afternoon, and then we'll be back tonight at 7 p.m. for our evening Bible class. We want to try to accommodate everyone. And this month, we're celebrating Women's History Month. And so we're going to be kind of dealing with things and situations, people in the Bible around women and what they did. And so we're going to be focusing on women this month in Women's History Month. So welcome to our mid-afternoon Bible class. And today we're going to be talking about a praying woman. A praying woman. And that's what we need, more praying women, praying mothers, praying daughters, praying grandma. We need more praying in our world. And we're going to be coming from Luke 18 and 1 as we look at a praying woman. And there was an old song came out years ago about a praying spirit. So let's just listen to this. Give me a praying spirit. We're going to be looking at a praying woman who had a praying spirit. Help me to say yes. Yes, Lord. Lord, give me a praying spirit. Come on into our mid-afternoon Bible classes. We're going to be looking at a praying woman. Jesus used an example of a woman to give us an example of how we should pray. Help me to say yes. Yes, Lord. Good afternoon, my cousin Sharon. God bless you. Good to see you this afternoon. We need a praying spirit. Let that spirit take control of you and make us whole. Lord, give me a praying spirit. We need a praying spirit today. All right, we thank them for that beautiful song today, A Praying Spirit. And we're going to be talking about a praying woman. And we're coming from Luke chapter 18, verse 1 through 5. Luke 18, 1 through 5 is where we're going to be coming from. And so we're going to pull up our Bible and go to Luke 18 and 1. All right. We're talking today about a praying woman. And so here in the Luke chapter 18, Jesus gives an example of a praying spirit by using a woman. He starts off, he says, he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought to always pray and not faint, saying, There was in a city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man. This old judge didn't fear God, didn't care about people. And he goes on to say in verse 3, and there was a widow. There was a widow here in that city. And she came unto him saying, avenge me of mine adversary. This widow woman wasn't afraid to go before the judge to voice her concern. Don't be worrying about what kind of person it is, whether it's a man or woman, whether they're evil, nice, or what, racist. It don't matter. You go like this widow woman and voice your concern on your job, in your school, in your marriage, in your home, in your church. Voice your concerns with your family, with your friends. And verse 4, it says, he would not for a while. He would not for a while. In other words, he didn't want to do nothing for her. But, listen to this here, but afterward, he said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet, because this widow woman troubled me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. In other words, this widow woman would not give up. She didn't care about them saying, stop calling me. She didn't care about them saying, you know, we told you we're going to get back to you. No. She kept on. And so he avenged her. Though he said he didn't care about God, didn't care about man or nobody. But her continuous, her persistence got her breakthrough. Her persistence got her breakthrough. And so we're going to look at today 4 things. We're going to look at 4 things about this woman that she did, showing her persistence. Number 1, she didn't let things that was going on stop her from trying. She kept persisting. She kept trying. Things ain't going to go your way all the time, but be persistent. People going to say, I get back to you, but you be persistent because this is concerning your need, what's going on in your life. So you be persistent. Sometimes family and others, they'll forget all about you. Talking about, I ain't forgot about you, but you be persistent about what's going on in your life and be like this woman. Voice your concern. Be persistent. That's what a praying woman does. She's persistent. She continues to voice her concern. She won't give up because it don't come right away. Too many people give up because God don't move when they want them to move. But you got to learn to be patient. They that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. So wait, be persistent. Keep going back. Like the woman who had an issue in her blood. She kept going back and looking from doctor to doctor. Things were only growing worse, but she was persistent until she got her breakthrough. So this woman was persistent. A praying woman is persistent. She don't give up easily on her children, on her family, on her friends. Number 2, she kept going even even though she had to go alone. Nobody was with her. but she went at it alone. Sometimes you're going to find yourself in life having to fight battles alone, but you never alone. Friends will let you down. Family will turn their backs on you. They ain't going to want to let you into that good old boys club. But you go on in there, even if you have to walk into there all alone. We talked about Mary earlier this morning, how she went alone and sat down with the men that was sitting at Jesus' feet. She didn't care about she had to go alone. About what people will think about us. Whether family will go with us, whether a friend will go with us. If you have to go alone, you keep going. That's what a praying woman does. If I have to pray by myself, if I ain't got no prayer partners, I'm going at it alone. That's persistence. And then number 3, that the third thing we learned from this woman that Jesus talked about is she didn't give up, even though her change didn't come quickly, as we said earlier. I think that was the first. You got to be persistent and keep trying. So number 1 and number 3 is the same. Don't give up. Realize that change ain't going to come overnight. Realize that change ain't going to come on a silver platter. You keep be persistent. Keep pressing your way. If you have to go at it alone, keep pressing your way. You might run into somebody like this old evil judge who don't want to hear you. He didn't want to hear that woman. He didn't care about her, about God, or nothing. In other words, he was a person that didn't care about nobody but themselves. But she kept going on until she got her breakthrough. So you keep going. Change didn't come for our people, black people, overnight. They didn't get the right to vote easily. It didn't come quickly. They had to go and vote even after being threatened. Many lost their lives, but they continued on. And so you continue on. Keep calling on God. Don't let nothing separate you from the love of God, which is in Christ Jesus. Be a praying woman. Let nothing separate you from God. You keep praying to God. He's able. Nothing is too hard for God. He can change it. He can make a way out of no way. It may not come overnight. You may be going up against a lot of adversity, but you keep pressing your way like this widow woman. And then the fourth and final thing, she didn't just stay on her knees and pray, waiting on God to do something. Jesus said she got up and she went to that judge herself. You got to get up. Faith without works is dead. You want God to do something for him, you believe he'll do it, then you get up and begin to step out on faith. We said this morning, when you step out for God, he will step up for you. So you're going to be faced with adversity, but you keep persisting on. Don't just sit on your knees waiting on God to do it. You step up. You step out and watch God step up for you. Many times he's just waiting on us to make a move. Faith without works is dead. And so pray, but also you do something. And she went to them. Just like Mary, we talked about this morning. She did something. She didn't say nothing, but she did something. Show your faith by your works. is what James said in the Bible. Show your faith. You say you got faith, then show your faith by your works. And you're going to get weary. Folks going to get weary of you. Stop bothering me. I told you I was going to do it. I told you. Trying to push you aside. They ain't going to answer your call. They're going to get sick of you knocking at the door. But be a praying woman like this widow woman and keep knocking at the door. Keep calling on God and keep getting up and getting out there, showing that you are persistent and that you ain't going to take no for an answer. Folks going to say you get on their nerves, but you keep calling. Keep stopping by. Keep speaking the truth. Keep standing for righteousness. Your kids gonna say you always be bringing up that Bible. You always talking about God. You keep pressing your way. Keep speaking righteousness. Praying is more than just getting on your knees. This widow woman showed us that it's also taking action, getting out there, doing something, working with God as He worked for you. Get up and get out there. Too many people want to sit back and allow others to do the work. But no, a praying woman gets up. She get out there. Her life is a life of persistence. Keep pressing your way. You pray through your actions. God hears what we say through the life that we live. So you keep pressing, being persistent for truth. Be persistent for righteousness. Be persistent for mercy. Be persistent for justice for all. And it will pay off. It paid off for this woman. And Jesus gave this example to show us that it will pay off for us. So that's what he means when he said men must always pray. Be persistent like this woman. She didn't give up. She wasn't afraid because of who this man was and how he act. Others say he ain't no good and he don't care about you. No, you be persistent. Don't be afraid of no man. That's why Jesus said, fear no man or anything that can kill your body. So you don't fear them. You are somebody, and you keep pressing your way. A praying woman is a persistent woman. Through her prayer and on her knees, and through her prayer in action. And God will hear you and honor your prayer by the life you live. All right. Any questions or anything this evening, Sharon? God bless you for being here with us this afternoon. And Lord willing, we'll be back tonight for our evening Bible class for those that are not able to make it in the afternoon. But we're celebrating Black history, and we're going to be continue talking about a praying woman. And so we're going to talk about a praying woman tonight. And so you was able to catch it early, so you don't have to come back unless you want to. But that's what it's all about. Being a praying woman is taking action, not just staying on your knees, not fearing who you up against, not quitting because it don't come right away. Be persistent. Don't worry about if they ain't gonna take care of and ignore you. You be persistent, and you will get your breakthrough. Thank you, Sharon, for being with us tonight. This afternoon, I mean. God bless you. You have a good afternoon. Have a blessed day. Thank you, praying woman. We will see you all later.